This is episode 1048, and we are here live in Southwest Studio. We are here live in Southwest Florida in my garden studio. I mixed those two together. Whoopsie. Anyway, it's been a very busy and hectic day here so far today. I will catch you up on what's going on though, but we'll wait a few minutes for people to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. Hi Lori and Christine, Leona. Good morning everybody. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Let's see, is this dry now? Okay, I did not want to put my computer over here until I got the table dry. We had some rain last night. Hi Lily and Sunshine, good morning, happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show, everyone. This is episode 1048, and we are live in Southwest Florida in my garden studio. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting, and let me know if you have questions for me. I've got a lot to show you today, and a live premiere right after the show ends today too, so yay! Hi Judy and Judy, Sunshine, Lily, Yana, Joe, Flo, Lori, Angela, Karen, Kat, Kathy. Good morning everybody. Good morning everybody. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Hi Judy. So for those of you that watch the weather, we do have our first storm of the season headed right this way across the Gulf, and I haven't really started planning out my hurricane plan for the season. Obviously it's completely different in an RV than it was in a home, and I will have to be way more sensitive and willing and able to evacuate. Have an evacuation plan in place for whatever the trajectory is of any given storm, and figure out how to secure everything here before I leave. And keep Bjorn happy and content and continue to work throughout it. So it is going to be a challenging summer. Hopefully nothing too intense comes our way, but it is a lot more that I have to start planning. I got an email this morning saying that there is serious stuff coming this weekend. So lots to figure out. We'll get there. And I have some sabotage in my yard this morning. We didn't have strong enough storms for it to actually be the damage that I'm going to show you. So it's either a bear or, God forbid, human sabotage. So that means we had a bear in the yard, and not Bjorn likes to go out at night. And it's just, you know, it just kind of starts the whole process of going, oh my goodness. Anyway, let me go show you. I've got a lot to show you knitting and crochet wise today, but I just discovered this as I came out here to set up this morning. So this is fresh on my mind. So here's my little back area where we have the plants. Look at my poor walls. These buckets are filled with cement. How in the world did they get knocked down? We didn't even have a serious storm last night. So these are extremely heavy, extremely. Each one of them has 25 pounds of cement in the bucket, and a 4x4 that's 6 feet tall on top of it, and rocks and potting soil in there, and they collect water as well because of it. So I am really concerned with how that came down. I can't even imagine a bear being that thorough. I could see a bear running through one of them. I can't, anyway. So we either have a bear that we need to be worried about when we come out here and go for walks at night with Bjorn, or we have a neighbor with sabotage. I'm not sure which one sounds more appealing, to be honest with you. And this is on the heels of getting an email that there are serious storms coming, and that I have to you know, batten down the hatches. I'm going to have to take down this gazebo. I'm going to have to secure my plants. I have no idea even where or how yet. So in addition to work and everything else, these are the new challenges that have come up for today. We'll get there. Yeah, I don't have any direct neighbors. You know, there aren't that many people here. I understand saying make friends with your neighbors. It's not that I don't make friends with my neighbors. There aren't that many people here right now, and I haven't really made any enemies. I haven't done anything. Been very pleasant when I've said hello to people, but I haven't seen that many people because it's off season and most people have gone north for the summer. Anyway, thanks for the suggestion though. Yes, we do have bears here. There have been recent bear sightings within a mile of here. We definitely have black bear here, so it's certainly possible. Hi G, good morning. Yeah, I don't have any food out here, Steffi, but yeah, it definitely could have been a bear. Definitely. Anyway, I'll have to figure out how to lift all those. They're going to be heavy to lift back up today even. Anyway, do you see what I'm wearing? I'm wearing the new version of the Sporty Luna Shrug. Hopefully you got a chance to watch that tutorial video yesterday. If you did not, I highly recommend watching it. You can learn how to make these crochet strips and join them as you go to create a fabric from strips. See, each one of these is a strip that's joined in the chain 5 spaces on the ends. So once you understand the concept of this, you could make this into an afghan, a rectangular shawl. You could do so many other things besides just the shrug. And I added chain ties to corset tie them into sleeves. And the reason I did it that way is because I only wanted temporary sleeves, because this fabric is great for lots of other things too, including a scarf and a cowl. So let's unravel them. If you watch the tutorial video, I show you how to crochet each strip. I show you how to join them to the previous strips in 2 methods. And then I show you how to lace this up with the chain. But now I'm going to show you how you could style this, even using the chain. We could use the chain to tie it in a different direction to make a tube for a cowl too. So let me untie this real quick so I can show you. But see how easy that is? Temporary sleeves. You want to do something else with this? You just take the ties out. Although if you're convinced that you only want to wear it as a shrug, you could also do the join as you go method like we did on the other side of the strips, or you could even sew them, or permanently attach a corset tie. Someone wants to know about the fan that I use. It's this little portable Inno fan. It has a super long battery life, USB charged. It is available in my Amazon shop. You can find it there. They're affordable, super convenient. I love them. That's why I use them every day. I use them all day and all night. I use them in the RV as well. I usually have one on the charger while I'm using one. I do believe they said it gets 18-hour battery life, but I don't know. I haven't checked that. It's really long. And as long as I charge one while I'm using one, it works. Okay, so how cute is this? Oh, someone wants to hear about my dress. Yeah, my dress is pretty beautiful too. What I wanted to show you about the dress is that it has a beautiful ruffle at the bottom. Can you see that? I might have to back up the camera a little bit more. I like the random polka dots too. I'm just going to lift the skirt up so you can see. It has a ruffle along the bottom. Can you see that? And it kind of goes like this in the front, which I think is super flattering. You can see more of it in the photos for the shrug on my website and also on the actual dress page on Amazon. The height of the chest is also adjustable because you tie it. Where is the tie? Can you see it? You tie this yourself, so you can tie it so that you could make it up here. You could do it where I have it in the middle. You could even come lower if you wanted. And what else was I going to say? Oh, and it's fully lined too. Can you see the lining? The liner goes all the way up to the top here. So very full coverage in the dress. Even though the dress is a thinner fabric and super flowy, I think it's it's more flattering on than I expected it to be. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have a waist, and sometimes I feel like that's not a very good look for me, but it might just be the way the fabric flows. I don't feel like it's unflattering on me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, here's our fabric, right? Without the sleeves. Now you just wear it like this, right? You could wear it like this. You could even tie it here. Use a butterfly clip or tie it here. We'll just tie it one time, but imagine if you corset tied all the way down and all of a sudden you've got a capelet, right? How cute is that for a capelet? It even rolls over for a little bit of a collar, like perfect, right? Here's the back. Okay, so we've got now shrug and capelet. Now, if you wanted to sew the two sides, the two short sides together, you could have a cowl, or if you wanted to flip and go and flip it once, you would then have a Mobius as well. Can you see that? So you could sew down this edge, right? You could sew down this edge. I'm gonna try to do this super quick. Whoops, I'm trying to rush. Okay, so if we did it, should have had butterfly clips. Anyway, so maybe you can visualize this anyway. So if this was tied, here I could tie it that way too. All right, just a second. Both of them. Okay, so now they're both tied. It's messy. I realize I didn't do it well. Maybe someone will be upset with me, maybe they won't. Anyway, so you can see that you could wear it like this, you could wear it like that, you could fold it in half and make a more voluminous cowl. So once you turn it into a tube by joining the two short sides instead of sections of the two long sides, you definitely have more options. So whether you want to wear it as a scarf, a capelet, a shrug, a Mobius, a cowl, there are lots of ways to take this fabric and turn it into any other type of accessory that you might want to wear it as. Cool, right? Okay. Super cute. Anyway, thank you, Lori. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, does anybody have any questions about that? Really amazing, isn't it? Are there any Aldi fans here? I shopped at Aldi for the first time yesterday. I was able to buy some chia seeds and flaxseed meal and some really nice fresh produce. I wanted to make some overnight oats in the fridge so that I had healthy breakfast ready to go. So I made 4 batches of overnight oats last night with blueberries, bananas, mango, almond milk, flaxseed meal, and chia seeds, and it turned out really good. I didn't even add sweetener to it. I'm sure if you like things sweet, you would probably want to add a little honey to it as well, but I didn't. And I think they're going to be super healthy and good. I'm excited. I'm excited to have some healthy breakfast choices here, and it required no cooking, which I like even better. And for dinner last night, I made my savory oats that I haven't made since I've been here. Oh my gosh, you guys, savory oats are so good. So I take oatmeal, dry oatmeal, and I add unsalted organic chicken stock, nutritional yeast, spinach, tomatoes, Last night I did sun-dried tomatoes and garlic and lemon, olive oil, and then I added a little Parmesan cheese at the end. Holy smoke, it's so good. If you're only used to oats being sweet, it may sound crazy to eat oats savory, but oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite things right now. I don't know why, and I haven't made it since I moved out of my house into the RV, so it was really nice to have really healthy choices last night. All right, are there any other questions about the shrug? I didn't see any other questions about it, so we could move on to the next two items I wanted to share with you. That's great, Anna. Yeah, I haven't grown blueberries before. I know, no cooking is always good. I agree, Joe. Yeah, my no-cook oats, or overnight oats, turned out amazing too. Hi, Janine. Hi, Lisa. Judy, great question. Can you make the shrug in Luxe yarn? Absolutely. So if you go to the pattern, this is a great question, and it's something I should have mentioned anyway, so thanks for the reminder. The original pattern for this is shown in number 2 sport weight Biseau baby or Biseau Sporty yarn with a 4mm hook. That size makes a significantly smaller shrug for someone that just wants to cover their arms. This one is with Biseau baby yarn, number 3 DK weight yarn, doubled with a size K hook, 6.5mm, and so depending on how big you want your wrap, you could either go with the pattern with the number 2 sport weight yarn or go with the pattern with the doubled DK, meaning worsted weight yarn, or if you wanted it bigger and you're using a number 2 sport weight yarn, the question specifically was about Biseau Luxe yarn, make more strips. All you have to do is make the strips longer and make more strips to make this into any size anything. It could be a larger or a smaller shrug, a larger or a smaller cowl, an Afghan. It could be anything from a baby blanket to a full-size Afghan, or it can be a rectangular shawl. So absolutely, this is another example of make it in any weight yarn and any crochet hook you want, and just make it the size based on how long you make your strips and how many strips you add. So it is super, super easy to modify in that way. Great question. Are there any more questions about it? Because I've got 2 more cuties to show you today. How would I make that into a poncho? That's pretty easy too. You would make this side, like, you could make it longer. You would sew from the shoulder to the edge, sew from the shoulder to the edge, leave the neck opening open, and then make the second one on the back just join from the shoulder to the end. You could do that with 2 of them. I might make this one a little longer, but honestly, even this size as just a waist length poncho with the sleeves is really cute too. And in fact, if you wanted to do this, you could even put a waistband on here so that it was more of a top with sleeves then as well. You could absolutely turn this into a poncho. And if you didn't want to be limited by sewing it from those shoulder seams, you could do corset tying up there too, or you could join as you go with the chain 5 joins. So lots of ways you could join. So think about it. If you wanted to do the chain 5 join like we did with the other strips, I would just mark your neck hole opening in the center, maybe mark this with slip stitches, or sorry, mark this with stitch markers, so that when you get to this point in your joining, you skip those chain 5 spaces and don't join for the neck opening. And then when you reach your second stitch marker, then you could join in the chain 5 joins to the other side still. And then you'd have a neck opening, and you would have a joined shoulder seam on both sides of the neck opening. Does that make sense? That would be beautiful, by the way. Also, don't feel limited to just do this in one color. It's strips. They could be striped, right? Each strip could be a different color, and you could make that into stripes as well. High contrast stripes, low contrast stripes. Any more questions about that? Because that was a great question too. It's a very, very flexible pattern. There you go, Karen. Okay, so next up, I didn't go to the storage unit last night to pick up the original sample to show you today, but I can show you the swatch that I made for the video today. I remade the video tutorial and remade the charts for the Islamorada Crochet Shawl pattern, and this is a pattern that was originally made in #1 fingering weight yarn, Be So Fine yarn. I did do the swatch and the sample here in Be So Baby yarn, which is #3 DK weight yarn, and again, it's a top-down increasing shawl, so can you make it in any weight yarn? Absolutely, any weight yarn and any hook. So instead of being a triangle, that would be a triangle shawl, we didn't do 2 repeats of the pattern, we did 3 repeats of the pattern to make a half hexagon. I've done lots of shawls in this shape before, and they are super fun. And keep in mind, if you don't like half hexagon shape, instead of doing 3 repeats of the shawl, you could still just do 2 repeats of the shawl and make a triangle as well. In the video, I show you how to get started, how to work the pattern through the repeat, what the rows are in the repeat, 1 more repeat of the pattern after the repeat is established. So the repeat is rows 3 and 4. I show you how to repeat rows 3 and 4 one more time. And then at the end, I show you how to do the 2-row ruffled edging as well, which is super cute and easy, and share with you an option for how to make it more ruffly if you want. And I also show you how to read the chart in the video. So set up row on the chart, then set up row with the yarn. Row 1 with the chart, row 1 with the yarn. And we go back and forth between the chart and the crocheting throughout the entire video. But wait, there's more. I've also listed the timestamps for each row of the entire project in the video description. So you can come back wherever you are in the pattern and say, oh, I'm on a repeat of row 4. I want to watch the row 4 section of the shawl again. You go to the video description, click on the hyperlinked row 4 timestamp, because I know I've been mentioning timestamps lately, but I wasn't sure if everybody understood what they are. They're super convenient. So once you've watched the video, go start the pattern. If you want to have the pattern and the video synced, like let's say whatever row you're on, you can go to that exact spot of the video by going to the hyperlinked timestamps that I'm sharing in the video description and in a pinned comment. Also, I intentionally did the edging in a second color on this swatch because I wanted to point out that even when a pattern doesn't say you can do that, you can do it. And honestly, when I think shawls look so pretty with a contrast color for the edging, and especially if you're going to ruffle it, I think it just brings more attention to that detail. So I wanted to give you that option as well. Does anybody have any questions about that? And hopefully you can join me for the live premiere of that video right after the show today. If you can't, that's okay. Once it's no longer a live premiere, it will be a recorded video here on my YouTube channel, and you can come back and watch that at any time. Oh, and I updated the chart because when I first wrote this pattern, it was when I was using a specific tech editor that she and I didn't see eye to eye, and you know, at some point we stopped working together, but this was one of the patterns that she had helped me with and made the charts for before I knew how to make charts. And I didn't agree with the chart when I was looking at the pattern last night, and it's 9 years old, you know. Obviously my skills have grown in 9 years, and when you know better, you do better, right? So I realized that the pattern showed through row 4, which was the pattern repeat, but I've discovered over my years of experience with customers and crocheters and hobbyists in general, is that when you show the repeat, it is more important to show one more of the pattern after the repeat on the chart so that you can see how it grows from the repeat. So because the pattern did not have that in the chart, I took it upon myself to redraw the chart last night, and so I have shared that redrawn chart both in the PDF download and in the free pattern page. So and it's the it's the video that I teach you and we go over in the video tutorial as well. I think every time you get a chance to watch one of my videos where we talk about the chart side by side with doing the stitches, I really think it's a great way to learn how to recognize, read, and follow crochet charts. So if you aren't super confident about your chart reading skills, the more you watch videos where I discuss what to do and then go and show how to do it with the yarn, I think it is super duper helpful and a great way to really keep going in improving your chart reading skills. Yep, always busy, Judy. All right, any questions about that? It'll live premiere in 6 minutes at 9:30. Okay, and then I have a sneak peek to show you too. Remember when we were doing motifs the other day with this yarn? Remember I was making those Madison motifs in squares and triangles to show you how to not only make the Madison crochet bag, but also how to convert it into a shawl. Well, as I was doing it, I was like, you know, I kind of see a halter top here. And then I discovered something else. The pattern's not out yet. So, but I did make a halter top out of it. And what I think is going to be super cool about this, even if a halter top or a beach cover-up of this nature is not for you, hear me out for a second. Once I make the ties here, I think it can also double as like a corset top belt over a sundress. Look at that. Look at how it cinches my waist. So I'll be making a tie that ties here. And so I feel like this could be like a decoration over a dress too, over a flowy dress or a flowy top, almost like, you know, when people wear corsets over flowy clothes or harnesses over flowy clothes, or even cinching a dress with a belt over a flowy, doing a belt over a flowy pattern. Doing a belt over a flowy dress, sorry, or a top. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, it's the wrong color dress for this top. It's not finished. I don't have the tie on it, but I think it's gonna be super cool. And it might be just a whole new way to wear something. So like, I know there are lots of patterns for that type of bohemian festival top, and sometimes it feels limiting because first of all, 38 double D, it's not something that I'm not sure if I have the right structure for those tops, not sure what kind of undergarments to wear under them, but to wear it as an overlayer over something else, that I can wrap my head around. Now I would wear this over a bikini top and jean shorts to go to the beach. It would be fun for a beach cover up too, but to get multiple use out of it, I think wearing it as a corset over your garment might be cool. So I wanted to show you that sneak peek. And I'm having allergies with my eyes again, so I'm not wearing makeup. But if you would like to close your eyes for 30 seconds to meet with me, let's take a 30-second breather. So I'm going to close my eyes. If you trust me enough to close your eyes with me, I'll let you know when I reopen them. We're just going to close our eyes for roughly 30 seconds and focus on our breathing, focus on the sounds around us, and just be present. Starting now. Okay, I'm opening my eyes up. Hopefully you feel a little refreshed from that. I know I do. I love listening to the sounds all around me. Yes, lightweight shawls can double as a cover-up too. That's correct. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Marcia. Thanks, Marianne. Thanks, Dawn. Yeah, it doesn't have, I'm not saying it's for everybody, and you know, everybody has their own style and aesthetic, and certainly not everything I make is for everybody, but even if something's not for you, it could be for someone that you know and love. So maybe you could make any of the things for somebody else too, or just no thank you. Not everything's for everybody. That's okay too. And that's okay. It is. You're welcome, Nancy. Does anybody have any other questions? I can't wait to find the right flowy blouse to wear this over. I'm thinking maybe even pink or purple. Maybe, I don't know, yellow maybe? It's going to be fun to figure that out, and it's going to be gorgeous when I do. All right, does anybody have any other questions? And it's going to be super flexible too, because we tie it, it won't need a whole lot of sizing. All right, does anybody have any other questions? If not, oh, we've got 1 minute. If you want to join me for the live premiere of the Islamorada Crochet Shawl video tutorial, where I teach you how to read the brand new chart and crochet the stitches to make this absolutely gorgeous shawl that can be made in any weight yarn, please join me. Judy's just shared the link, and we're gonna go live right now over there. So come join me if you want. If you can't join now, come back and watch it at your convenience. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you at the live premiere. Bye-bye.